Amy here from Too Live Tasty. And behind the camera I have Too Live Tasty Ted. And today we're making pea soup. Ooh! So you're probably wondering why I have all the curls and the fun stuff. I thought I'd dress up like Sweet Pea today from Pot Pea. I promised you a little springtime meal, and it's March, so March kind of comes in like a lion and hopefully goes out like a lamb. But right now it's very liony here and cold, so we're making a beautiful pot of pea soup. All in the Instant Pot. Really quick, really simple. You layer it in, you put the lid on, you walk away, and you come back and you've got sweet pea soup. You see, I've got here my lovely peas. There's about a pound here. That's the first thing we put in our layers. So in we go. And layering on top, I've got 12 ounces of diced ham. Ham. What do you think of ham, Ted?
It's delicious.
Or is that what you call your wife? And then we just throw the ham right on top of those peas. Now what I've cut up here is some more vegetable. We have some carrots, about 4 carrots, and then I've got 2 small parsnips here, and those add some great vegetable and beautiful tasty things to your ingredients, and of course give you beautiful vitamins that go with this. So we're just gonna put those right on top. I told you it was a quick and layered soup right in the Instant Pot. I got a half a cup of onion here and a half a cup of bok choy. Now you're like, bok choy, I know. If you haven't heard me before, in place of celery, I always use bok choy because it's got a much higher nutrition content. But if you wanted to, you could put in celery, that would be fine. And then Sweet Pea here doesn't like to cry, so my Too Live tip of the day is you buy your onions frozen and chopped and you just pour them out into your soups and you don't have to cry and chop. Baby doesn't like to cry. Right, Ted?
No.
Here, so we just put those right on top. Look at that. Layer and soup. And when you put in your bok choy, there's something I love, Ted, besides you.
Yes.
Leafy greens.
Leafy green.
There you go. So when you use bok choy, you're also adding a leafy green to your pot, getting lots of lovely veggies. So I got all excited thinking about dressing up like Sweet Pea today, because I don't know if any of you have watched Popeye, but I always liked Popeye, and Sweet Pea is just really sweet. And I found out when I was doing a little research on Sweet Pea that one of Sweet Pea's favorite words is glop. Now, much as I love the pea soup, what does it do when it sits for a day and you spoon it into your bowl? There we go. So I've got 2 teaspoons of kosher salt here. I've got 2 cloves of garlic, because we just love garlic, right, Ted?
Garlic is beautiful.
A half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. And then in here, I've got about a tablespoon of dried parsley. I didn't have any fresh on hand, but fresh parsley you could use as well. It is also what, Ted?
Nutritious.
What color is it?
Green.
There you go. Parsley is a leafy green, and it's got lots of good nutrients to it. Good thing to add to your food. And it's what, Ted?
Green.
And it's tasty too. And then I have a bay leaf. Wow. That's it. That's all I'm putting in there except some water. So I have 6 cups of nice hot water here. You don't have to use hot, you use your cold, but I like things a little hot sometimes. All right, I'm gonna pour that right on top. Ooh, I'm making a splashy mess. All right, what could be quicker and simpler than that? You don't even stir it. We get our Instant Pot lid, we put it on sealing, and happy little beepy sounds. She makes a little jingle. Make sure we're on sealing and not venting. And then all we do is clean up our little splashy mess. That's a splashy mess. And then I'm going to put this on soup, which I think is over here on the top. But I have the magic,
top right there.
Magic man. Oh, am I touching the right spot? Should I just push it, or do you want to? He pushed it for me. Like it when he does that. All right, so that's going to come up to temperature and cook, and we're going to have pea soup. There's its lovely beepy sound. And maybe I can get Ted to taste it with me later. And what are we going to put on top of our pea soup, Ted, to make the nutrients absorb better in our bodies?
Olive oil.
He got it! All right. Pea soup topped with olive oil. It's really good for your heart, good for your tastiness, and great on a cold spring day. Hi! Sweet Pea Tasty is back, and our lovely pea soup is all cooked. If I didn't mention it before, when you hit the soup function, you have choices of increasing, decreasing time. So for the pea soup, we want about 15 minutes. When you do soup like this, you want to let it naturally decompress so it will naturally vent. I ladled up some beautiful pea soup for Mr. Fibke and I, Tasty Ted, because I wanted it to cool down a little bit and thicken up. So let me just take off our lid. This has been sitting for a bit. Oh, look at that.
It smells wonderful.
Oh, we've got all our peas have cooked. Actually, while it's been sitting, it's thickened up just a little bit. And by tomorrow, it'll be just how Sweet Pea will call it. It'll go glop. And then what I usually do with leftover pea soup, we add a little water to it just to loosen it up. And wow, that looks great. Peas, they're good for your heart. And they make you what, Ted?
They're good for your heart.
It's a romance soup. Why don't you come on down, Mr. 50, and we'll have a little tasting. I wanted him to dress like olive oil because we're putting olive oil on our pea soup. Nothing like a little olive oil on top of your sweet pea. But I couldn't get him to do it. However, he did agree to this. Here he comes. Here he comes. Be my baby.
Oh boy.
Here he is. That's my boy.
There you go.
If I had a pipe and a big can of spinach, it'd be even more fun. But he tried on the olive oil dress, but he wouldn't wear it.
No, I didn't.
Right, so we have our beautiful pea soup here. I made gluten-free Irish soda bread, little tiny ones, individual ones, the other day for St. Patrick's Day. So I had them in the freezer. I just toasted them up and buttered them a little bit. Now, I mentioned that we're putting olive oil on top of our sweet pea. I'm just going to put a teaspoon on top. I know Mr. Fipke kind of frowns sometimes, but it has a wonderful taste, adds a richness to your soup, and it helps you absorb all those beautiful what?
Nutrients.
All right, I'm going to bring this over. We can stir it up a little. Ooh, look, it already thickened right up. I let it cool, see? Ready? Glop. All right, I'll give it a taste.
Okay, here we go. It smells wonderful.
can.
Yep, ready? Oh, yeah.
So good. And it was so quick,
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw.
Yeah, we're going to have more.
Layer it, and you put on the lid, and instant pot, instant soup, instant tasty.
Yummy.
I think Mr. Fibke, Tasty Ted, my sailor boy here, I think he's ready to eat lunch. So this is Two Live Tasty. I'm Sweet Pea Tasty Amy. This is Tasty Ted. Subscribe to our channel and enjoy springtime pea soup.
Yeah.